Everybody, welcome back to Module 5 of Office Management. And in this lesson, we're going to focus on managing office staff, which some of you may move into eventually. That's really where you start to step into a leadership role. And even if you aren't a manager, so to speak, even if nobody is technically under you, you are going to find yourself in positions where you're coordinating tasks, supporting teams, and helping keep things running smoothly. So the skills in this lesson are incredibly important, whether you really officially ever become anyone's supervisor or not. I know when they hired the person to replace me as the administrative assistant to the dean, I told her one of the most important parts of that position was learning how to sort of manage people you didn't have any authority over, because there were lots of things that were required from faculty members and other people on Panola College campus that you had to gather, but you didn't really have any authority to tell them what to do. You were not their supervisor. So these types of skills will help you learn how to manage people, even if you're not officially managing people, okay? So this is a very important module that we're going to go through. One of the center key areas in all of this is going to be, as you will see, prioritization. It is very important that you learn to prioritize what is the most important thing happening, what has to happen now. And as this lesson explains, administrative professionals handle a wide range of responsibilities every day. And without strong prioritization skills, it's really easy to feel overwhelmed really quickly. So that's where we're going to start. One of the most useful tools for prioritizing tasks is called the Eisenhower Matrix. The Eisenhower Matrix, and you have a lot of information on this in your module. This method is going to help you categorize tasks based on two things: urgency and importance, okay? You're going to have tasks that are both urgent and important. And those are the tasks you have to do right now. Then you're going to have tasks that are important, but not urgent, okay? You need to schedule those. Those need to be done, but they don't have to be done immediately. You'll also have tasks that are urgent, but not super important, okay? Those are good ones to delegate if you have someone to delegate them to. And finally, you're going to have people bring you stuff that are not urgent or important. Those can be sort of put in file 13, okay? We probably won't get to that, but we'll see type of situations. Using a system like this helps you focus your time and energy on what really matters, okay? Now, beyond prioritization, planning and scheduling is just as important. This starts with understanding the task itself. If you have a large project, make sure you break it into smaller steps. Define what is the goal? What's success going to look like here? And then figure out what resources you're going to need to make that happen. From there, you can start to build a work plan. You can assess responsibilities, set deadlines, and give an estimate of how long these tasks will take, okay? This lesson also mentions tools like Asana or Trello. They can help you stay organized and track progress. But even with great planning, you have to know that in work, you're dealing with people, right? And people mean things don't always go as expected. Sometimes you're the one that means things don't always go as expected. So we need to have patience and grace with each other. That's why flexibility is so important. You need to be able to adjust when priorities shift, right? While still keeping everything moving forward, okay? Priorities of the organization may shift. Priorities of the project may shift. We may still all be going here, but we thought we were coming this way, and now we need to come this way. You need to be able to move and flow with that at all times, okay? I want to look a little bit at multitasking, because multitasking has been something that's been widely celebrated, right? Oh, the greatest people can multitask. We have a little misconception about multitasking, because what we think multitasking is doing several things at once. But really, the human brain is not fully capable of that. So what it means is switching quickly between tasks. You're not really doing them at once. You're just doing them boom, 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 boom. So it feels like all at once. And I'm not going to tell you multitasking isn't necessary, because it often is very necessary. But it's important that you manage it effectively, because multitasking for too long will burn you out. You will wear out if you feel like you have to go boom, 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 boom constantly. Okay, so that means we need to learn to prioritize tasks, stay organized, and recognize when we need to say, this is all that's happening today, right? Some projects require that. This is all that's happening today. And then you can focus on one thing and it helps you to avoid mistakes and burnouts. Okay. There are lots of techniques they're going to talk about in this manual, things like time blocking, using checklists, the Pomodoro method that can help you stay focused and productive. You can cut down on feelings of needing to do 10 things at once if you get good at delegation, which is another task this is going to talk about in this module. And I know you may not have that choice. There may be no one to delegate to, but sometimes there is, and you need to be willing to do it. And it's a skill you have to learn. Now, you have to understand that delegation is not just about here, you do it. Because people will try to do that to you, right? So don't be one of those people. It's not just about handing off work. It's about using your team's strengths to get things done more efficiently, okay? When you delegate effectively, you free up your time for high priority tasks while also giving other members of the team opportunities to grow and develop new skills. I struggle with this, so I'm with you if you do. I'll do it myself and I'll know it's done how I want it done person. And that's not good. You have to delegate. You have to give your team opportunities to participate, to show what their skills are, to come in and give their work. Just make sure that you delegate thoughtfully. You need to choose the right person for the right task. You need to make sure people have clear instructions. You need to set realistic expectations. Okay. And at the same time, it's important to trust your team. Don't micromanage. Just stay available for support and check in as needed. That's one of the hardest things when you move into a supervisory role is learning how to balance making sure everyone feels supported and that you're available and that you want to help them, and micromanaging, because if you give it to them but not really, eventually they're just going to sort of slide it back to you. That's how that works. That's human nature, okay? Just don't forget to follow up with everyone on any tasks that you give them. Recognize their success, give feedback so that they can continue to improve. This is a place where strong communication is really going to tie everything together, okay? As a leader, your job is to make sure your team understands expectations, feels supported, and stays aligned with organizational goals. That means we got to go back to that communication. We have to be clear and concise. We have to listen actively. We have to encourage open dialogue. It means being approachable, being personable. Don't be the scary boss if you're ever the boss. Your team should feel comfortable enough coming to you with questions or concerns. You need to give regular updates, feedback, and check-ins. That all builds trust and keeps everyone on the same page, okay? And sometimes you have to remember when you're managing, communication isn't one size fits all. Different people have different personalities. They prefer different styles, so be flexible in how you communicate, and that's an important part of being an effective leader. Managing office staff is about balancing people, tasks, and time. When you prioritize effectively, using things like the Eisenhower Matrix, plan your work, manage multiple responsibilities, delegate wisely, and communicate clearly, you can create an environment where everybody really loves working together as a team. And these are skills that are going to serve you not just in this course, but throughout your entire career. And even if you learn to do it, because let's be honest, even in our family life, we're not in charge, but everyone's always sort of managing people, right? We're sort of working together as a team, trying to decide who needs to do what, how we're going to make it all happen. And these skills can help you carry over into every part of your life. Okay, your assignment in this module is kind of a creative assignment where you're given a scenario. This is what needs to happen at work today, or these are the tasks on the list today. And you're asked to write up and communicate how you would manage the day. Okay, that's your assignment for this week, as well as your standard quiz over the information that's in the module. That's all I have for this week. If you have any questions, reach out for me, and I will see you in Module 6.